he hit me. Drake hit me like he hit me like 2 days before it came out. I was at a dinner
Yeah.
with Party, and it was like this random Toronto number, and it sent me a link with a password, and I was just like, I saw the 647. I was like, who's this?
Yeah.
And he just wrote back, the boy. I just like got up. I just
Yeah.
went to my car. I just looked at what he had sent me.
Yo, what's going on, guys? You're watching Kids Take Over right now, Vancouver to LA. So yeah, by the way, we're from Canada, and I know you've probably been to Vancouver before, right?
Man, it's funny. I've been to Canada, but not Vancouver.
Really?
And that's funny because it's on the west coast of Canada. I've been to Toronto and Montreal, but I haven't been to Canada.
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Even on like tour with like Party or whatever, like you never?
I didn't go to those
Word.
those spot dates. No.
That's crazy. Well, you got to make it out there. But yeah, man, I want to speak with you because huge fan of your work. Like, you know, I've been through your discography. I know everything. And you're really having the year of your career like this year.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course, like with all the stuff you've done, this year you like put out 2 huge songs. So I guess one of the first things I did want to ask is like, you know, on one end you've made really experimental like classic R&B music with Party, and then now you're doing things like Laugh Now Cry Later. It's like super, like, you know, these are like Billboard songs, right? What's the difference between the fulfillment in doing either?
The difference to me is the amount of reaction, and because you know, like the experimental songs are more so they end up being album cuts, and
Right.
of course like the fans love them and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you make like a big record, like the whole world hears it, so it's like a different level of satisfaction.
I hear that.
Sure.
I think we both know, you know who K-Beezy?
Yeah, of course. That's
Yeah.
my guy.
He was like, I was talking to him and he was saying that because he did Mood, which was like, I think it went
Oh
number
yeah,
one.
it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. He was just
I'm
saying,
mad at him for that, by the way.
why is he
Because
right?
it beat us out on Billboard.
No way. You were like, what were the spots?
It was Mood 1 and Laugh Now 2.
That's crazy.
But that's my boy. So
Yeah,
he
nah,
deserves it.
solid guy. He was saying that like after he made Mood, he's like, I never want to go back like to anything that's like not Billboard, you know?
It's like a drug, man. Seriously, it literally is.
How
So
so?
like you just want more and more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a chemical reaction, man. Just it trains your brain to like work for more of that. So yeah, once that had happened and that record came out, I was like hitting the studio even harder than I was before.
Are you kind of like, how can I like recreate this in a sense?
At first I was definitely into that, but then I was just like more recently and after that I was just like just cook up.
Yeah.
Just cook up. Like whatever happens, happens.
Organically and
Yeah,
of
for
course.
sure.
Like I was saying before, you know, I thought you were a Toronto man just because you know,
Man.
work with so many Toronto artists.
That's funny, bro. Everyone thinks that.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that. People that haven't met me before, don't know me, and just know me through like OVO and Party and Drake and stuff. They literally think I'm from Toronto. Like people will come up to me and like, you know, I'm kind of lucky because I've been out there and I know like your guys' dialect and everything. So they'll come up to me and start talking in that way, and you know, I'll pick it up and I'll go with it, but then I'll always let them know like I'm actually from Cali.
What kind of stuff? What kind of stuff they be saying? Like, walk
Man,
on, like,
yeah, all that. Then they'll say
I lied.
a lie. They'll say, what are you saying?
Yeah.
They'll say mans. They'll say just little things like defas.
Yeah. So then, where are you from?
I'm from originally I'm from Orange County,
Yeah.
and then my mom in high school moved us out to this place called the Inland Empire,
Okay.
and so that's where I met Hit Boy and
Oh shit.
all my surf club boys from Chasing Cash.
Yeah. What was like your first break though? Because you know at that time I'm sure like Hit Boy was like getting all this crazy shit. But like, what was your first break?
Man, my first break didn't come till way later, bro. With the late great Nipsey Hussle.
Oh wow.
Yeah, on his Crenshaw mixtape.
Wow. Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know
me and
that.
my boy B Care from the Surf Club, we did a record on there, and that was like my first anything, like you know, like for real.
Damn, with Nipsey, man. Yeah. Rest in peace. I mean,
Mhm.
what year was that?
2012.
So that's crazy. You've been at it for like long, and maybe I guess not seeing that many results, but you still kept.
Yeah,
at it.
man. Like there's points in times where I like quit.
Yeah.
I didn't really quit, but like in my mind, I'm like, damn, this isn't working.
Yeah.
But I was always just like, I didn't know anything else to do. I didn't have any other skills. traits, and that was it. And I didn't pass any class, anything like.
Well, how did you get in with the OVO camp? Like, I don't know if it was first like, was it with Drake first, or was it, I'm guessing it was with Party first, right?
Well, that's interesting. I was just talking about this with Drake not too long ago.
Oh.
So like I said, like the surf club, they were like really, really, really big in social media and stuff at the time. So like a lot of people don't know, like Drake and the surf club kind of came in the game at the same exact time. So Chase and Drake were like almost best friends at the time, right before So Far Gone came out.
Oh, wow.
And like um, they were like really close. So Chase linked us all like with Drake at the time because he would always talk about him like, yo, Drake is he's gonna be the next thing, and like I would see him on MySpace and stuff. And at that time, like whatever Chase said, like I just went with it because like I just trusted him with everything.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff he said ended up coming true. So yeah, Drake ended up being obviously the biggest artist in the world now.
Yeah.
And so like yeah, he linked us up with him because Drake had this show, his first when he put So Far Gone out, he had this big tour. And one of the first shows was in San Bernardino, where we're from. As soon as we got there, 40 came and got us. Like, this is before 40 was like 40, you know what I'm saying? He came and got us, took us to the back. We go back there, we see Drake, CJ, Future, 40, Nico, and like Drake was so nice and so cool. Like, we were talking about like 2K and stuff, like just young shit.
Yeah.
And we were just chilling with him. And then like he did a show. We went to like all these after parties with him. And like from then on, it was just like we were just clicked up.
Damn, no, I thought it was Party who first kind of introduced you to like all this stuff, but
Yeah, a lot of people think that.
yeah.
A lot of people think that, but Drake is such a nice guy, and you'll see this if you like think about it. Like whoever he's friends with in the game or whatever, he befriends their friends. So like, for example, A$AP Rocky, when he first met A$AP Rocky, he didn't just like become a friend with A$AP Rocky. He became
Yams.
a friend with Yams,
Yeah.
with Ferg, like the whole gang. So like it was just like that with us. Like he took a liking to all of us. He even said in a freestyle to a Millie, remember Lil Wayne's a Millie?
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, everybody knows if you go back and listen to it, you'll see and hear it. He says, everybody knows I'm a surf club general. So like,
I think I do remember what you
yeah,
said. Yeah,
so
yeah,
like,
yeah.
a lot of people think it's through Party and stuff, or people don't even know, man.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, they definitely don't know like our history and our lineage for sure.
Yeah. No, but I'm glad you told me. You kind of cleared
Yeah.
it up. Yeah, because I thought that as well. So then, how did you at that point meet Party?
Party was going by his real name at the time. He was just like this young kid on Twitter. He was like 16, 17, and actually Hit Boy was the first one to work with him. Hit Boy was doing these beat tapes,
Yeah.
and putting them out, and he did like this Valentine's one, just a beat tape, but at the end of it, there was this song, and it was like a Joe, like remember the singer Joe?
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, you
No.
guys are young. You guys are kids.
Yeah.
So he did this like remake of this Joe song, and Hit Boy had it on the tape, and then so I was seeing the name Jerron B, and then
Oh, you're talking about like the Jerron B collection or whatever?
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. And he did a song to a beat that me and Hit Boy did one day, and Hit Boy's like, "Oh, check this out." He did a song over one of our beats. And I was listening to it, and he forwarded it to me on
Yeah.
email. It's so like I was so excited, and no one knows at the time, but like I was so excited about this little song that I just kept sending beats to that email,
Yeah.
to Jerron's email, and of course we like followed each other on Twitter and stuff at the time.
Yeah.
And all the beats I would send to him, he'd send me songs back.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, this is my guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's fucking with me because like at the time I was surrounded by so many like artists and writers and stuff, but nobody was like paying attention to my beats.
Oh yeah.
None of my writer homies were like doing songs to him, like nothing.
But he was.
But yeah, he was definitely fucking with him. So I was like, all right, this is my guy.
Yeah.
Kept sending him stuff, and then he went like missing. He went like MIA. And before that, he was sending me songs under the title Party Next Door.
Okay.
And I didn't get it. I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. And then he went missing. And then back when OVO still had a blog,
Yeah.
and they debuted that one of his songs, "Make a Mill."
Oh, wow.
And
P1.
it said "Party Next Door" and "Make a Mill," and of course I was tuned into everything, and I like pulled that up, and I listened to it, and I was just like, wait, I know the name, I know the voice.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I seen him in this Started from the Bottom video, but I thought I was tripping. I was like, it can't be Jerome. I just put two and two together. I looked up Party Next Door on Twitter, followed him, and then he followed me back. I was like, oh, it's Jerome.
Yeah.
I was like, it's on.
Your first work with him was off P3? No, it was off Colors 2 or P3?
It was actually on his second Party Next Door.
Oh, that's the best one in my opinion.
Yeah, man, that was a classic.
Hell yeah, no. So what song did you do off that?
I just did this record called SLS.
Oh, word, yeah, I love that song.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you did SLS, and then I know you did a lot of P3, and I'm pretty sure you did all of Colors 2. So how did those happen?
Yeah, well, P3, we did a bunch of songs, but like he, at the time, why I appreciate Party so much, he like was like trying to tell me like, yo, you need to get better, but I'm using this song for my album. So he used that, and then so I went into work mode. I kept working and working. So by the time Colors 2 came out, I did all of Colors 2.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were just in like grind mode after P3, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Damn. So like, what was the conversation like when he was like, yo? Because I'm pretty sure you did all of Colors 2, right?
Yeah.
So like, what was that?
He I was just sending him beats, and then he would send me songs back, and he's like, I didn't think nothing much, and then all of a sudden, like, once we had like 5 or 6 songs, he's like, oh, I'm making a project with just your beats.
Word.
I was like, fire, let's get it. Let's get it. And we trimmed it down to 4 songs, and then that's what you guys hear today.
It's cool how like you guys put it out again recently too. You know how like Drake put out. It's like a new thing. That thing is about to happen where like people put out like their old stuff, right? Like I know Travis is gonna put out Days Before Rodeo.
Oh, for sure. Because people like even me, I forget how we used to consume music before, like Apple Music and all the other DSPs.
Yeah.
Like I don't even remember how we used to like listen to music. Like it's almost like ancient.
Right.
Like, did you have to download? I'm trying to remember. I'm still trying. Did you have to download them, make CDs? Like
yeah.
Dat Piff. What was it? Like how did we like listen to music?
Nah, I hear you.
I can't even remember.
Yeah. Not crazy though. How did you? I kind of want to fast forward. Like, dude, how did you get this placement for Laugh Now Cry Later? Because you could say it's like song of the year. You know, pretty much.
Appreciate that. We had made the beat. I was working with my boy Roger. He played the horns, and I was working on Big Sean's album at the time.
Oh, the newest one, yeah.
Yeah, Detroit 2.
Yeah.
And Sean, he's like family now, and Hit Boy's, he executive produced the album, so I cook up a lot with Hit Boy. He's like he's my best friend, obviously, and he was just at the studio one day with us, and he just wanted us to make beats so he could like. He likes to write a lot. He likes to like just really take his time. He's like, man, I need like new beats to write to. So he was just honest the whole day. He's like, can you guys make me a new beat? Make a beat. Can you make me another one? You make another one. And so by the time like it got a little late in the night, everyone was kind of tapped out, and Sean and Hit Boy were like, shoot, just do something. And then I was working on this track, and then Roger came in with the horns. And then I had my drums on there, and then, my friends were so goofy, man. We're just like doing our own renditions of like what type of song it would be. We're just like laughing and stuff. But everyone's like, oh man, this is fire. So I was like, bet. I didn't think much of it because like just the way the beat drops is like unconventional. Like I don't know if you pay attention to it, but the way the beat drops.
It happens a bit later in the song, you're saying?
Yeah, it's like kind of weird. It's not like just like how normally songs drop.
Yeah.
And I wanted to fix it really bad, but I was just like, just whatever, it's fire. Everyone's saying it's fire. Let's just bounce it out. And then I seen Drake in the studio, not in the studio, but on Instagram, and he like did one of these like 80%, and I was like, fuck. Like,
what do you mean by that?
80% means like he's 80% done on his album.
Oh, you mean he posted on a story?
Yeah, on a story.
I know what you're talking about.
Like one of those, and he was just like 80%. I was like, fuck. It was like a Saturday night, and I was just like, man, I gotta send something just so I could go to sleep tonight.
Yeah,
like,
I gotta be in that extra 20%.
Yeah, I just like just to shoot my shot. I just shot a shot.
Yeah.
And I sent it to Noel, and then Noel hit me back. he was like, yo, we need the files to that. And I was in the kitchen. I was like, bet. And I ran to my laptop fast because, like, you have to send shit fast when they ask for it. Had, like, a bit of a brain freeze because I forgot, for some reason, how to track out beats.
Yeah.
Because I was just, like, anxious. And I low-key had to remake the beat really fast because we had made it on Hit Boy's computer and the files were on his computer. So I had to call Roger. He sent me the horns and then had to, like, do it really quick. And I sent the files within, like, 15 minutes.
That's clutch.
Yeah, and that was, like, a Sunday night, really.
Yeah.
And had to call Roger at, like, midnight. He answered, thank God. Sent him the files, and then I didn't think anything of it. And then Cardo hit me. He said, yo, we got one with Drake. Still didn't think anything of it because he didn't, like, make it seem, like, big. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just said, yo, we got one with Drake. I was like, bet. He hit me. Drake hit me, like, 2 days before it came out. I was at a dinner at 40 Love with Party and, like, just, like, a bunch of our homies. And it was, like, this random Toronto number. And it sent me a link. I don't get notifications on social media.
Okay.
He tried hitting me on my Instagram, but I was, like, out. So he texted me. He said, yo, sent me a link with a password. And I was just like, I saw the 647. I was like, who's this? And he just wrote back, the boy. I just, like, got up. I just went to my car. I just looked at what he had sent me. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, because it had all the Nike stuff on there. And I was just, like, confused. I was just like, is this on your album? He's like, this is my single. It's dropping tomorrow. I was like, bet. I just started my car and I just drove home. Like, I got to get home right now.
Fucking hype. That's so hype.
Yeah. So that's how that happened. He had Cardo and Young Exclusive. They, like, took it to, like, the next level.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Man, that's so fucking hype. Like, you see a random number text you, like, you know, you could have just, you know, finished your dinner at that point. Or even when you, I think you said Noel hit you, you know, you could have just, you're like, all right, let me finish my food or whatever.
Man,
like, like, let's say you took even 30 more minutes, that could have, like, changed the entirety of everything, you know?
Bro, yeah. It's all about, like, people think it's, like, weird to answer a text in, like, 0.1 seconds, but, like, it's very important.
Very important, yeah. Yeah, I know. Timing is everything.
You know, if opportunity like that presents itself, you gotta be there.
Yeah. One song I wanted to know how it came along is yes, I listen to, like, a bunch of new age hip hop, but I'm also a big, like, R&B head, right? So, like, Summer Walker, I love Summer, I love Party, and they did a song Just Might on Summer's album. So I'm curious, like, how did you make the beat for that, and, like, how did that song even come about? Because it's nothing like, it's like a simplistic beat. How do I say this? It's like you're not doing too much, you know, but
it's minimal.
Yeah, it's minimal.
For sure, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
I love that song. Her team and her A&R, Tim Glover at Interscope, he hit me, and he I don't know if it's because I just, like, did this song with Future on the project that had came out before that, and so Tim hit me like, yo, he's like, could you come in the studio with us? I got this song that I want you to work on for Summer, and I was like, of course. I pulled up, and it was with her producer Archer. They were talking about it, Tim and Archer, and everyone was talking about, like, man, who should we put on this song? And just, like, automatically, I was just like, man, let's put Party on this. They're like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
And so I sent it over to Party. He was fucking with it. He did his thing on there for sure. And then him and Summer just traded like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's how that happened.
Crazy. So if you didn't say anything,
for sure.
Maybe it wouldn't have happened, you know?
Yeah, like, I could have easily been like, yeah, you guys can figure that out.
Yeah.
But I always like to include Party and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, even, not just, like, if it doesn't fit him, I'm not going to do it. But, like, on this record, I was like, you got to put Party on this. Like,
Yeah, no, it fits so well, yo. That was,
And they hadn't did anything before that. So I was like, well, we got to, like, close the gap on this one.
Yeah. No, and then I'm sure, like, they vibe with each other because they did My Affection on the EP.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah,
now it's just crazy how, like, you just did this one thing and then that led to this. And I'm happy that you did that. I saw that you did stuff with Yeah Ali. You did stuff with Mar Gray, another really good artist who I think is so talented. So I just feel like from an outside perspective, you only work with, like, just dope artists, you know?
Appreciate that.
Do you ever act, like, you kind of already said it, but do you kind of act ever as, like, a dot connector? Like, yo, I like this artist, I like this artist, let me try to get them together and make
Yeah,
something happen.
not always, but when it fits, yeah, for sure. I try my best.
Yeah.
I do consider myself a playmaker, and that's just part of producing too. Like, just knowing what goes right with what vibe and stuff like that. For sure.
No, I got you. I had to ask, like, which PND song was the most fun for you to be a part of and make, or just like what had like the best story like behind it, the best experience.
Man, that's a great question. The best song to work on. I think it would probably be Kehlani's freestyle or Things and Such. Even though Kehlani is my sis, I love her to death. But that was fun because we worked on that at the studio here in LA, and it's fire, by the way. And
The studio or the song?
the song, both
Yeah,
of them.
obviously, the
I
song
love
is
the
fire.
studio's always fire.
Yeah.
But we worked on it. First, we went out the whole day. We were out at parties and stuff like that. Then we got in the studio, and then it was our last day in LA, and we were gonna go to Toronto for OVO Fest.
All right.
And we had been working and stuff, but he was just like, man, I need to do some fire. So I played him that beat. Shouts to Nino, and he's like, bet. So he recorded that song. He was taking his time, and that shit was just coming out fire. And then by the time we look up, we already have to go to the airport. So he's just like, man, I want to drop this. And I was like, do it. Let's drop it. And this is SoundCloud days. So he dropped it on SoundCloud. Right before we got in the airport, he dropped it. And then obviously you get on the flight, you don't have Wi-Fi or nothing. You don't see what's going on. And that's from LA to Toronto. It's like a 6-7.
Yeah,
That's like a 6-hour flight.
Yeah.
Get to Toronto, and by the time I turn my phone back on, it's like going crazy.
Yeah.
The reactions were dope. Then we go to OVO Fest like the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's like morale was just up.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You can do like you could do that though. Like at the time, like let's say you made the song, you just quickly upload it before a flight. I guess because it's a SoundCloud, it's easier.
Yeah, we uploaded it on the way from like the studio to the airport, so it's like what 20-30 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
You know? Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Damn, that's crazy. And like, what was this? What was the sample or like the thing that what was it one of her songs or like?
No, that's a I forget his name. No, I remember his name. River Tiber.
Oh yes, yes.
He's an artist,
He's
right?
from
In Toronto?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Probably one of like the higher tier songs for Party Next Door. It's
Really?
freestyle. Yeah,
Appreciate that.
of course. You know, what's something about Party like musically or I guess his work ethic that you don't think many people know about because you're so close to him?
He's a workaholic.
Yeah.
And he's a perfectionist, man. He really stays in the studio. If you don't see him in the studio, that's because he needs like a break. But like he stays in the studio,
Yeah.
for sure.
I know that I did this interview with TM88, and I know they were supposed to have this thing called like Party at 8 at one point. So he was just saying like, man, we did so many songs, but this guy's such a perfectionist that like they didn't come out, you know. So I guess two questions. First question I want to ask is like, you know, how does that feel when you do all these songs and stuff, but then, you know, kind of like Kanye West does this too, where like, you know, so it wants it to be perfect, you know, and then they just don't end up coming out.
It's frustrating, I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I always try to like listen back and be like, yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Like, let's not put this out because it's not up to par.
Right.
So, just because you do a bunch of records and stuff doesn't mean like that you need to put it out. Like sometimes it's just exercise. It's just like exercise so that when you get in the studio, you just knock some out.
Right. I hear you. How would you rank the P&D albums 1, 2, and 3? Just based off what you listen to.
All right, this is very easy. Party Next Door, the very first one,
Yeah.
and then PND 2, and then Colors, and then Colors 2.
Okay. So sorry, you said PND 1, PND 2, Colors 1, Colors 2, and then you put P3 after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'll put Party Mobile before P3.
Oh, word. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
for
yeah.
sure.
No, that was hard. I would say something similar to you. I would just put 2 over 1. Because I just think 2 has like every song is just like, come on, bro. Classic.
I like that.
Is there anyone you locked in with recently that you're hyped for something to release?
It's a great question. Little TJ, we like have like this great chemistry right now.
Yeah, you did call on my phone
Uh-huh.
with Black.
Yeah. I made the beat to that here at this studio. By the way.
sick.
Yeah. I just like our like what we got going on right now. Like we just did this fire record with I don't want to say her name because like I don't know if like it's okay to say, but like
Right.
we just like have this like good chemistry right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always excited for like, and he's so fire, man. Like all the records we've done and cut together are great. So like I can't wait.
I love his voice. I think it's pretty
Yeah,
unique, you know.
it's fire.
It's like he can do like a drill song if he really wanted to, but I just prefer more of the R&B stuff he does, and you know, and I think you guys work good together. But yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it, man. I always wanted to do this just because like you've made music that I've replayed so many times, and I'm like I want to know the stories behind them.
Okay.
So
Appreciate you guys for coming, man.
Hell
For sure.
yeah. No, so that's it, and I appreciate you coming. But yo, you guys are watching Kids Take Over, and we're gonna head out now.
Peace.
Thanks for watching that video with G-Rai. You already know I'm a huge PND fan, so doing that was like honestly like a dream. But you guys know that we're in LA right now. I'm sure if you follow the IG, you've seen that we're going to LA and then Rolling Loud Miami, which is like 20 times cooler. So we're shooting like some much needed interviews in LA. I can't say with who, but then off to Rolling Loud after that. The content is going to be amazing. I don't even know who we're interviewing there, but it's just going to be like a surprise pretty much. But yeah, hit subscribe on the screen, and the next videos are going to be crazy because they're going to be Rolling Loud videos. So I'll see you guys next video.